China has condemned the U.S. Navy's latest actions as very vile in nature who interfering PLA naval exercise in South China Sea amid rising tensions in the South China Sea. Wu Qian, a spokesman for China's defense ministry, criticized the U.S. for disrupting a military drill. The USS Mustin, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, has been shadowing a People's Liberation Army aircraft carrier group for nearly 3 weeks. Mr. Wu claimed the U.S. vessel severely disrupted the aircraft carrier group led by the Liaoning. The destroyer's persistent close-range reconnaissance threatened the safety of vessels and crew. Mr. Wu described the USS Mustin's actions as very vile in nature. PLA warships reportedly warned and expelled the USS Mustin when the ship got too close. Mr. Wu urged the U.S. to rein in its frontline forces in order to avoid similar dangerous incidents in the future. In response to the Defense Ministry's statement, the U.S. Navy maintains a persistent presence in the Indo-Pacific as it has for many years and regularly interacts with foreign vessels, aircraft. All interactions with our forces have been in accordance with international law and did not impact any ongoing operations. Mr. Wu's comments come as Taiwan's foreign minister said China was preparing for their final military assault. Minister Joseph Wu accused China of increasing their gray zone activities against Taiwan, including misinformation campaigns and hybrid warfare. He added, "This is our country, this is our people, and this is our way of life. We will defend ourselves to the very end." President Joe Biden met with Japanese President Yoshihide Suga, who said in a joint statement that they underscore the importance of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait and encourage the peaceful resolution of cross-strait issues. The U.S. Navy shared an image of naval officers on board the USS Mustin watching the Liaoning from a short distance. Chinese commentators accused the U.S. of conducting cognitive warfare. China's state-backed newspaper The Global Times said the U.S. will have few options in the event of a conflict. Considering the congestion of hostile forces in, above, and below the Taiwan Straits and South China Sea, conflict could explode by accident or design. Once blood is drawn, the U.S. will have few options. If the U.S. elects to fight China over the island of Taiwan, then it will lose. The Eastern superpower claims sovereignty over Taiwan, a democracy of around 24 million people, despite the two nations having been governed separately for over 7 decades. Beijing claims ownership under its One China policy, which demands there is only one sovereign state under the name China. China's Communist Party has previously threatened to take Taiwan by force if diplomatic efforts do not succeed. The U.S. has a security agreement with Taiwan to supply it with sufficient technology and hardware to deter an invasion from China. Beijing has warned America to steer clear of Taiwan while sending warplanes over the independent island almost daily this year. Reports emerged that the Biden administration was planning to make its first arms sale to Taiwan under the deal, which includes 40 self-propelled howitzers. The move further reinforces America's military support for the island. The Taiwan question bears on China's core interests. There is simply no room for compromise. China firmly opposes any form of official engagement between the United States and Taiwan. Whether low-level or high-level, official engagement is what we firmly oppose. The United States should not play the Taiwan card. It is dangerous. The One China principle is China's red line. No one should try to cross it. He added that no option is excluded in China's bid to reunify the island to the mainland. Earlier this month, President Biden sent the former U.S. Senator Christopher Dodd on an unofficial delegation to Taiwan to show America's support for the country. China has warned the U.S. not to send officials to its island neighbor. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen thanked Washington for its rock-solid support amid the growing threats from Beijing. The trip to the island was to reaffirm the U.S. commitment to this partnership, which is stronger than ever.